Two cockerels, there we are. Womergate Church. Painted this so many times before. But we're here. Never been greeted by these guys. And even more amazing, we have a deer here. Hello. Oh, you're beautiful. Hello. Hello. Glorious. Oh, you're very friendly. Oh. Beautiful. I haven't got you any food, unfortunately. But what a beautiful location, as we say. Normally painted over there towards the church. But we're going to be able to paint something. I'm quite keen on doing the trees, actually. So let's get on with it, shall we? Yeah, let's get on. Okay, we're going to run this straight in there. I'm right next to the church. Just going to try and get this whole painting done in half an hour. That's what I've set my task. So I'm popping the water into my lantern. So that's gone in there. Got our friendly cockerel over there. Going to select some brushes. Take out a couple of the big ones. Whoops. Mop brushes. 3 rounds, different sizes. Excuse my head. Pop those in there. We've got our spray, so we'll be using that at some point. And there's my paints. Got those ready to go. Just need a sketch pencil out of here, and we're ready to get stuck straight in. And as I said, the essence is to go quick. Get my shades on. Just get that tight to the edge. We can start putting water in. I've got the church in front of me that we saw. I'm pretty interested in this bank of trees that are over here to the left. I've kind of got the idea of what I want to paint and sketch. They're there. A little bank there. Kind of vanish into the shrubbery down there. It kind of drops away. And these are all bits of hedge and fence coming in along here. A few darks and lights as well, keep it very simple. Just try to get the essence of everything. Of course you can't copy everything that's there. That would be really daft. And I'm just going to completely, there's a whole bunch of gravestones here, I'm just ignoring those, I'm not interested at all. And obviously we've got the church here, but I'm not too worried about the church either for the moment. So we're just going to do a quick, simple landscape. It's a distant bank of trees over there, and we're going to keep it really simple. There's a gate I saw as we came in, so I'm going to pop that in with a bit of fencing. And that really is it. That's the sketching done. Let's get into the painting. So I'm going to start out using this number 8 mop brush. And let's go. Beautiful blue sky. Got a touch of cerulean and cobalt in here, which we can just start to pop in. On the horizon, we have it goes right the way down to this. Let's just get this off a second. Clean a little bit, pop some water in here, but into this raw sienna, and that can underpin here as well. So we'll just get this in, we won't mess around. We'll come in a bit stronger, this raw sienna, as we come in down to the foreground. Keep the lights in as much as we can. We don't want them to dominate too much in the front because we want the eye to go up here into the darkest dark and the lightest light. Clean that brush up. Very, very light sky. Let's pop in some of this ultramarine to run in here. Just make the sky a little bit more interesting. Just blue's a bit boring. A bit of dry brush in here. Bit of movement. Hear me too well with this wind coming. The Norfolk is just what it does. And we're going to wait for that to dry, and then we'll come back once that's dried into our next part. So stage 2, I've mixed up some ultramarine here, a slight touch of Payne's grey, and here the same two mixtures but more towards the grey. And we're going to pop in very quickly, not messing around. Some of it's going to blend and bleed, others of it. And these are kind of suggesting distant trees in here. Kind of roughly mark this out. I'll put in some clear water to run along here. And just let that do its thing. Coming down, just soften off those edges. So these are the distant trees going off. Also going to pop in some spring greens by popping in a touch of this cadmium yellow. Just over in here, some signs of green coming through in this early spring. And then of course, in our grass foreground, that I'm going to keep really simple. Same mixes of colours, just bits in there really. No messing around with this, just pop them in. Suggestion of grasses and things like that here. Remembering we're trying to get this done rapidly. It's the whole idea. Notice how I'm holding the brush, the handle, right to the end to avoid any kind of detail type, I'm just interested in suggestions and light brushwork in there. Just pop in a little bit stronger raw sienna in here. Just let this bleed in. There's a bit of variation there. And this should all dry up quite quickly. While we've got this here, we can take out a few highlights from the fingernail. Some people use pen knives and razor blades. It's quite a good time to get them in. And that'll be enough on that. And then we'll come in here. This is almost dry. We'll come in here with the detail of this. And we're going to go, that was a number 12 round brush. We're going to go down smaller now. We'll go down to a number 6 for the trunk, and we're going to come in with some of this Payne's grey and burnt umber, which we've got here. Very dark. Very dark. Notice again, holding the brush, the tip. going to be quite... We're just doing the thicker part of the trunks here. Mix it up a little bit. It's going to be the darkest area, so I'm going to pop in some more Payne's grey into this area here. This is where we want the eye to go. In a second we're going to run off some thinner twigs. Just having a careful look up there, see what's happening. It's incredibly warm at the moment. It's like 18, 19 degrees and it's not even 1 o'clock today. I think I've said this loads of times before, that in nature, so I've said this loads of times before, in nature you will get twigs that run next to each other either side, so parallel. They kind of always look best if they're kind of split at angles, not parallel like one there and there. So we drop this in one slightly lower. And just suggest these in here. And that's it. Go for the smallest brush in our pot, which is this number 2, a Skoda round brush, and that will go same 2 colours. Got the burnt umber there and the grey, and we'll pop in just to mix it up a bit, a touch of this ultramarine blue, and then we'll go in with these. Finer brushes here. Finer brushes, what am I talking about? And we're using a finer brush, it means the twiggery, the branches. Finer twiggery. And we're kind of just about done there. This one's foreshortened, comes round. There's one here that's coming round a little bit. But I think that's enough. You can go all day with these. There's, I always say that, this is enough, and then I carry on. It's quite addictive. So, same 3 colours. Squinting my eyes up now, I get the darks in. Just look at some of this. Dry brush to mix it up, hard edges, soft edges, a bit more water in there. The thing about outdoor painting is you have to keep topping up your water because it will go quite quickly. The sun will evaporate it, the wind will evaporate it. So as we said, this was the part of the painting that we wanted to focus on. Now let's pop in these parts of our gateway and fencing. Just in once with this, just don't mess around at all. Just get it in. No fiddling around. Let's get in this here because it looks like it's just sitting up in nowhere, no man's land. So this is just water on this brush just to bring in and change that edge. I will pop in some darks here because we still want the eye to come around in this bit. And that'll just bleed in over there. there, just mixes it up a bit, which is quite nice. Okay, we're done there. We're kind of almost done everywhere really. This is all dry. I just want to bring in this a hedge line over there. Same colours, we've got the ultramarine and we had that mixture that was there, which is a kind of brown mixture, I think. And this is a kind of turning this into a grey. Again, we'll let that do its thing coming down. I'm going to tip this slightly. I say, well, I don't want to undo it. There we go. That's just to stop the run there. I'm going to pop in a touch of something else just to mix it off, and this suggested green, which will do its own thing, and we're kind of done. I don't want to go anymore. There is just some fine green sort of leaves coming in here, so we can suggest them just up there, but not much this time of the year with springtime coming. Just getting that kind of early springtime feel, and that's it. And the only thing I'm then going to do is pop in some shadows, and looking across in this field, the shadows are going across this way. So, and coming down, like that is almost dry actually, we might do that. And I'm going to go in for my standard shadow colour, and then we'll be done. The standard shadow colour is ultramarine and this crimson. Just got a look at that. It's kind of coming down here. Long shadows actually, looking at them. We can have some of these running off the page, blurring away nicely, which is good, and sharper edges, which is even better. Sharp edges come in, mix it up with a little bit more blue here at the start of the shadows. And that's it. We will imagine there's something coming across here as well. Pop in this shadow. Not sure what it is coming over here, it doesn't really matter. Main thing is, it's probably a trees or something coming over. There are so many shadows around here. Our friendly cockerel, and that just kind of ties it up nicely. It's just shapes. I'm going to leave all those pencil marks. And the final thing, just to make it a little bit stronger, final thing, ultramarine blue, touch of this, so we've got this grey mixture coming in. Just some little banks of trees in here, just to help with the middle distance. And this big blob of white that's been bothering me. And join those up a little bit. Get that to run off here. Clear water will always help. That's it. Done. Job done. Hope you enjoyed that one. So here we are out in Wormegay, and yeah, next to the church. Didn't put the church in, just got the surrounding fields that we have, and I'll quickly so you can see the inspiration. Go round, there's the church, there's the trees, there's the fields all around me, leading me to my next composition, which is going to be here. I've got this lovely little gateposts leading the eye away, and you can see that field of sort of yellowy, sort of looks like corn, but it's not. It's grass that's died, going round. So this is going to make a nice composition. So this is where we're going to do our next painting. Okay.